This is Moriah. She's smart, witty, and incredibly fun. And an amazing creative.
This is Toni. She's a little wild, refreshingly candid, and an overcomer. And she makes me laugh. We want to invite you to join us on a cross-country journey as we meet new friends.
We'll laugh and cry and have our faith challenged to the core.
We'll be learning from women who've thrived in adversity.
Women with the courage to wait and listen to the voice of God. Women of Moxie. Today, we're heading to Southern Colorado to meet Ruth Chou Simons. She's an artist, author, and the founder of an online business called Gracelaced. Did I mention she and her husband Troy have 6 boys? Ruth is passionate about learning to wait on God in a world obsessed with striving for perfection. So, here we go, Ruth Chou Simons.
Hey, get the Bible study.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know how beautiful Durango was.
Apparently, Durango is known for many things, including massive mountains, unbeatable skiing, and a historic narrow gauge railroad. But there's so much more to this former mining town.
Whoa!
Okay, we should be riding a train.
There's deer. There's just a little family, there's a little family of deer! Oh, look, there's more! Hi, guys.
Look at how close they are.
Hi, we're Toni and Moriah.
Nice to meet you.
Are you guys girls?
Are you
Unshakable Moxie, okay?
Unshakable.
Don't you forget it.
You got Moxie, lady. Oh my goodness.
That was amazing. Back to our regular scheduled program here. I'm excited about Ruth, though. I know her, I love her.
And the thing is, too, with Ruth, like, she's one of the women out of all the women that we're talking to that I'm like, I'm pretty intimidated. I'm pretty nervous. Just because I've done so much research on her from even before doing this project.
Yeah.
So you're gonna think I'm such a nerd. The way that I combat like nervousness is I like memorize things and I try to be prepared. So I memorized all 6 of her sons' names, which doesn't matter, but to me, I'm like, okay, at least I have one thing that I know.
Like, hi, my name's Moriah. I know all your sons' names. Let me tell them to you.
It's terrible.
This is my thing. Oceans are your thing. This is my thing.
We literally have
Around
mountains on every
I
side.
know.
Surrounded.
Oh my goodness. So Ruth and I met in Rwanda, Africa. And she was like, yeah, I do art and it's kind of hard in my culture. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She was like, I was born in Taiwan and, it's hard to have a gift outside of like being a doctor. And she was just like, for me and my culture, I've just been striving to prove a point that even my gifting, the unique gifting that God has given me through art, through paint, is, worthy.
The fact that we get to put this on the table and go, what about striving is destructive and disruptive to our peace, to our identity, and how do we balance that?
I'm excited to see you guys connect on that in a way, and maybe she can give some wisdom to what that looks like in your future too.
Yeah. I can't think of a better place to think about ceasing to strive.
To be around something that God created, like that hasn't really been tampered with by man. Oof, I want to cry about that. I don't know, that really makes me emotional.
Yeah.
Whoa, that got me. Yeah. Why did that get me?
Because it's beautiful.
It's okay. I can't stay up here anymore. I'm gonna mess up my makeup. You ready to go meet Ruth? Let's go. Okay.
And let's meet Caleb.
Okay.
And Liam.
Okay.
And Judah.
Okay.
And Livingstone.
Woo.
And Asa.
Okay.
And
one more?
Haddon.
You remember?
Oh, those are cool names.
Oh my goodness, you guys! So excited to have you
Durango.
in my town.
Durango, here we are.
So good to see you.
So look at that. Salud to Durango.
I love it so much.
All right, Ruth, I know a little bit of your story, but specifically the part that sticks with me all the time is the cultural part, how you grew up and what you were striving for.
I was born in Taiwan, and my parents thought they were going to come and go to school, go do university, do lots of American dream things. So I grew up with a cultural ethos of like achieve and do great things. Like don't settle for a B if you can have an A, right? And like really, like you are what you do. And so I was constantly running, just running and running, trying to outrun shame, outrun lack of value and lack of worth, and somehow secure it by just orchestrating everything to be the way I want it to be. Like this is very like, it started in the garden. You guys know, like, I mean, when Adam and Eve had every single thing they could possibly have, the serpent tempted Eve. Not just that the fruit was pretty and shiny, it was that he made her feel that it was possible that God was holding out on
something,
her.
Yep.
That the fruit was
nothing will make me more mad
Right?
at God than that.
It's like, no, wait a minute.
Nothing will make me more mad.
Could make her wise.
Maybe was Eve an achiever?
She was a 3.
Achiever. Eve. There's no question.
She wouldn't settle.
She would not settle. She was not content.
It was just that she was like, this could make me wise. And what does God know that I don't know, and I better get it for myself.
Get it.
So she reaches out and grabs it and takes it for herself. And I'm just saying, at some level, what makes us anxious every single day is when we think it's our job to fix our lives. You know?
To go get
To go get it. To go get it, not go to him.
Because God's not enough.
Because God's not enough, so we got to do it for ourselves.
If this is the first 30 minutes of this journey together,
I know, I'm already sweating.
I'm like, what else is about? Ruth, if you can come in Hermosa Cafe and give us all that good work, and I want to get to your house. I'm gonna just be honest about it, because I'm itching. That's what I'm like clamoring for.
And you won't be surprised that I surround myself with God's creation. So can't wait to show you.
I'm talking about something they can't capture on a camera. I'm talking about your life, babe. Your character.
Okay, you
we're at the
I can't believe I get to have you here.
What is this right here? Did you paint this?
You know, this particular painting I literally did in like 3 hours because I just wanted, there was a storm and I was seeing it out my window, and I called it the glory in the mundane. Because we forget that when you look outside, you realize like every day God is saying, look over here, like I'm doing something glory, like glory filled, and you're gonna miss it if you don't look up. I've got a fun activity for us. I want you
Are we
guys
about to cook?
Yes. Okay.
Not again.
Okay, you guys, can you tell what we're making?
Oh, pot stickers. I know, because listen, you know how I feel about food.
Wontons are square.
Oh,
Pot stickers are circle.
pot stickers are round.
So, okay, so I think a lot of times in cultures where maybe conversations don't happen really quickly or easily, we cook together, because when you cook together and you're sitting around making the food you're gonna eat, conversations arise.
Yes,
So I kind of
natural.
figured we could
It's
sit on the
natural.
couch, or we could make something delicious together. So
I like it.
Yeah, I want
I like it.
Okay, there's no competition involved, but you need to make them pretty. Okay, so you hold this in your hand and you're basically
Oh, I'm so
So
excited.
soft.
putting a little,
Like baby skin.
and you put it in the middle right there, okay?
Wow, I'm not doing this well.
Okay.
Press it in.
Oh gosh, that was
in.
beautiful.
And then you press that in right there. Girl,
She's going too fast.
the truth though is
fast.
they're gonna taste amazing regardless.
But we want them to
I wanna
look
show
pretty.
you. And
We're
so
aesthetic
then-
people.
And then it sits. Look how he's so cute.
I want this to be pretty.
Wait, but I want mine to be
They
cuter.
look like dinosaur feet, but they're really actually quite adorable.
All right, Ruth, I want to go a little deep, if that's okay. Has there ever been a moment in your life where striving has cost you something?
In some ways, I think I carried over my sense of I've got to strive to earn my place culturally. I took that into my walk with the Lord and was like, oh, well, I need to earn my place before Him, right? And so I would say the cost to that is that I lived several years of my life and I carried it so much shame with me that I thought, God doesn't really want to talk to me. He doesn't really want me to come to Him until I get everything right. I've told this story before, but there was a season in my childhood where my dad just didn't respond to anything he didn't really respond much. He didn't talk very much. He was not like a come sit on my lap kind of dad. And I remember this one time I was telling him all about like my day, And he didn't look up and didn't say a single thing. And he didn't respond to me. And I just got real like indignant one day. And I was like in 8th grade maybe. And I was like, Dad, why don't you ever respond to me? Like, why aren't you like talking to me? I'm like telling you all the woes of middle school life and the drama. And he literally said, he looks up from dinner or whatever, and he goes, you haven't finished the dishes. And I tell that story because of what I was just sharing, and I wanted to illustrate that for you, that at a really young age, I mean, I shut up and I started doing the dishes. Because in my heart, I was like, oh, I see. You don't have time to listen to me, or I don't deserve being listened to until I do my job. Or, you are basically unhappy with me because I haven't done the part that I'm supposed to do. So I better do all that before you're interested in my life.
Of all the things that you just shared, the thing that like hit me with the most severe frequency is when you said that God wasn't happy with me.
Have you felt that way before?
Probably right now.
Really?
What do you think makes you feel that way?
I have been working towards something for so long, and I think in my mind's eye I always thought, okay, when I turn 30, that's when it's all gonna click. That's when it's all gonna make sense. So I did this very like specific prayer fasting thing leading up to my 30th birthday. And I did that with the expectation that God would look up from his meal and talk to me. And that I would hear from him after feeling like there's been a lot of silence. So to finish that fast and then to get to the end of it and be like, I thought you were gonna talk to me. Like I still don't hear anything.
I totally get it.
And maybe that's not like kosher to say about God out loud, but like I did the thing. I washed the dishes. I did what I was supposed to do. Like, aren't you supposed to talk to me now? And like when you feel like God is being silent after you're doing every single thing that you read in the books that you're supposed to read, I mean, what do you do with that? It makes me want to shut up and just, go do the work, go do the thing.
And I think what's amazing is, first of all, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I mean, it makes me tear up because we resonate, we know, you know? But I think what's wild about it is that we come with our preconceived ideas of how God operates, and we miss the part in which he's saying, surrender, child, surrender, Moriah. Like, I don't need you to be all of what you can bring. I want your heart more than I want anything else. So what's actually happening, Moriah, is you're actually like making up some rules that you think I should be. I do these things, and rightly so. You're like, Lord, I'm really trying to hear from you. And I think in a lot of ways, he's like, well, lay all that striving down, and I'm already here.
Thank you for those words. Thank you for
That's
those
so
words.
good.
I teach all the boys to do all this, so I don't have a job. They cook and clean and do all of it.
We're talking about 6 kids. What are their names?
Wait, I've been waiting for this moment.
I know.
I have been preparing for this moment.
Could you tell me?
Here we go.
From the top.
Okay.
Oh.
Caleb. Then comes Liam.
I'm so impressed.
Then comes Judah.
Wow.
Then comes my favorite, Livingstone. Then Asa.
Impressive.
Okay, wait.
Last but not least.
Oh my gosh.
Depends on where you're from. It could be Haddon, or if you're from Moreno Valley, like the 951, Hadzone.
Oh! Ruth!
Did I nail it?
Okay, focus. Okay, so
Okay, we got her to sizzle.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm so excited to share this with you. Okay, are you ready for magic?
Yeah,
I'm so
ready.
excited.
Ready.
Okay.
That is brilliant.
What?
That is so smart.
Is that so fun?
She better stop. I would have never thought that in a million years. In a million years.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh my gosh.
Is there a word? Can we call it the flapjack? Like, what's the move?
I don't know.
What's
It's just so
flick
pretty,
of the
right?
wrist?
Okay. Should we eat it here or should we go outside?
Outside.
Outside.
Okay.
In the outside. Don't give me this responsibility.
No, you got it.
I feel like I'm holding someone's newborn. Don't hand me your newborn, and don't hand me your wontons. They're not even called wontons. They're called potstickers. Don't hand me any of those things.
First of all, that sauce.
Tomorrow when you guys come back, I want to share a little bit about my story and my artwork, okay?
We get to see the paintings?
Yeah, I can't wait to pull it off.
More
I want to show
paintings.
you.
I'm excited. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna be over here finishing these off. And,
Oh man, everything tastes better with friends.
that's right.
Hold on to me if you need somebody. If you need somebody who's not gonna leave you.
Obviously, you set this all up for us
just
today.
It's
You were
so
like, I have to take all my art out. We were like,
Well, because
absolutely.
most of these things don't sit out all the time, but I wanted both of y'all to see the medium that I paint in most often. And I want to know something really interesting is watercolor was not what I was trained in.
You could have fooled me.
As in college, I learned how to do printmaking. That's like wood carving and lithographs. And I also did oils and acrylics, which is totally different. This is watercolor. And
is there
it
is there.
dries within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So guess how this started? Started
Please tell us.
because I had littles at home and I was homeschooling. And I needed to paint and put things away within 30 minutes.
We have to be in and out.
Yeah,
10 minutes is
the
dry
reason
because we
why
have a
I'm-
handprint
Yes.
on it, if not.
And so I'm telling you the story because I want you to recognize that I expected to use my gifting in painting these 6-foot tall paintings. Like that's what I used to do, 6
Yeah.
feet tall, giant paintings.
Like-
And then now, because of my life circumstance, I started learning to paint faster.
So I started our women's ministry and we wanted to give like really beautiful things away. And we had just gone to Africa and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some more research on these women that I just met. And I go to Gracelaced and I was like, this is stunning. And it was this book. But what's crazy is I only saw the end product of this. This came out of a place of darkness and turned into beauty. And I wanna know what that darkness was.
Yeah, the background is that I had just started using my giftings in little small ways, and God was starting to open doors in a way that is not formulaic. It's not like, oh, I did something great, or like our conversation yesterday, I did all the right things, and so now He's blessing me. It wasn't that. It was that I suddenly was finding that when I released it and stopped putting all my striving expectations around it, that I was able to perceive opportunities that I hadn't seen before. Like I was able to sell some prints and things looked like, oh, this is like a fun little hobby maybe, or something I could do on the side. And then pain hit our family. We went through a major ministry hurt. We went through what felt like a deep wounding from people we trusted. And we hit a wall where there was pain. There was disunity. We lost friends. But in that moment, I thought my life was falling apart. Absolutely. My husband's job actually was no longer either. And
Okay, so finances,
it was everything.
relationships.
It affected our whole family. It affected the way we educated our kids. It affected everything. And in time, it affected where we lived. And so this was such a painful season because we wanted to honor the name of Christ and to work things out and wait for Him to redeem things. And my husband Troy was in his mid-40s at the time.
Yeah.
It's
He
hard to
cried
lose
every day
weight.
for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Literally cried for 3. I mean, I think it's just when you're an adult, you don't realize like the feelings that you feel sometimes in middle school.
Yes.
When you think that you don't
still
belong
there.
anymore, you're rejected.
Yeah.
And people don't understand you. And for all the ways in which you bring your best, you're still treated like you didn't. And And it's really hard for all of us who've got hubbies out there to see somebody you love go through
your friend is hurting.
when he feels like his worth was attacked. And so that striving message, this question of like where we get our worth, it was throughout our whole home. It was throughout our whole family.
Would you call it a necessary ending?
You know, I think God wastes nothing. And he redeemed so much of that, from relationships to what needed changing in people's lives, including what needed changing in our own lives. And that's why when I wrote this book, nobody, I don't think, knows that I wrote this book when that was happening.
Oh my
and
goodness.
so,
and I know how those contracts work, and you don't even know what's going to be happening in your life when you've got to create all
and so
this
the
stuff.
book is to Troy.
Oh, wait, that got me. Wait a minute.
I've never actually shared that.
Okay. When I got this, you know what I thought? Like, oh, how sweet. Oh, and her husband.
Yeah.
Not knowing the suffering that came with.
Yeah.
And being misunderstood that maybe it's just that everything's working out in your life when really it's not.
Yeah.
And I stepped up to the plate and grew Gracelaced and started writing books to use my gifts because my husband was hurting.
Oh.
And my husband was walking through a loss, and I needed to help provide for our family. And so the book starts in winter because I said, I feel like my heart is stone cold, and it feels like I see no growth. There's never gonna be a bloom in sight, and everybody else's garden's blooming, and mine's looking like weeds in a snowy field spring will never come. That's how it felt to me. And so if you think about it, it doesn't really, God gives us all different giftings, and we all have an opportunity to take the stories that we're living and express it in a beautiful way that helps others see Jesus better. And I think that's what happened for me in even writing my first book, was that I was rehearsing the character of God to myself. And it was a healing journey for me, for sure.
And this reminds me of something you said yesterday that really, really hit me, and I kept processing it last night. What you shared about your father and how, I don't think we got this on camera, but after the cameras stopped rolling, you encouraged me to go into a season where I could stop and really remind myself of the true character of God.
Yeah.
Because Moriah, you think that God is this thing, and he's not.
Yeah.
That he is engaged, that he does see, that he is loving. And I don't think you could have shared that with me had you not taken the time in this season to understand who God is. You couldn't share your story with me until you learned how to read it yourself. And it looks like you really spent time reading your own story and being prepared to share it with someone. And I'm thankful for that. So thank you for staying in that season long enough to share the fruit of it with us.
I can't wait to take you guys to one of my favorite places because it's what inspires me, and it's going to be a continuation of this conversation because we're talking about how God is great and we can turn our eyes to notice how he is what we are not. We don't need to be enough when he already is. So can't wait for this afternoon.
Excited.
Thank you, Ruth.
I'm like, get my purse. Let's go.
Also, anytime we need to get a good cry in, can we just look to the page that says to Troy?
No, it's over here.
In the picture,
No, it took me out.
They're forehead to forehead. There's children in the background. To Troy.
Would have float away. Would have float away. If I had time, wanna keep talking.
Okay, girls, this is the surprise. Is this beautiful?
this is
or
good.
what?
I've never seen a sherbet flower before.
Oh my goodness, this is
love
one of
it.
my favorite colors. Oh my goodness,
But
look at
of
that
all the
one.
things, Ruth, it's like the ocean is beautiful, mountains
Yeah.
are beautiful, butterflies are beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think it's flowers that speak to you the way that they do?
Yeah, well, first of all, just look at a flower.
No, it's
And
stunning.
think about how
Size of
there's
my face.
symmetry and intricacy. Could you have designed this? I'm
No.
just saying, like, for all our amazing giftings and qualities, does it cause you to, let's say, cease striving when you realize just how great God is at design, right? I mean, just like the color here.
The ombre.
Right, when we look at
The
that color,
ombre.
I think we might all say, oh, it looks like a sunset.
Yeah.
But we had nothing to do with the sunset, and we had nothing to do with this. Like, he created the color, right? Did you know they're called snapdragons because when you do this, It's like the mouth of a.
Oh, I see.
See that?
They
And
open
so-
up like little mouths.
He's talking to me.
But here's the other thing that's amazing about flowers. Flowers don't stay like this forever. I love the picture and the analogy of a farm and the reality that right now, right this minute, we're walking through this farm all in bloom and it just feels incredibly luscious, right? But in a few months, this will all be brown and it'll be mostly like dead, wilty leaves. The farmers will cut it all down and then the snow will fall. It'll look like nothing is alive and nothing's growing. But what's happening is all underneath the surface, right? And so,
Come on.
one of the phrases that God put on my heart during that painful season we were just talking about in my house is the phrase, you don't have to be blooming to be growing. Just because you can't see everything happening all at once and you're not like flashy, sparkly, and you're,
cute.
you know, living your best life, doesn't mean that God's not at work.
Yeah.
And so we can stop striving because he's the one doing this work that we can't even do on our own.
What I love about that analogy too is to say that even in the valleys, even in the painful places, there's growth happening there as well.
Absolutely.
What do you do when you are in the valleys and it doesn't feel like you're blooming? What do you do in winter, okay? When it's not all cute?
I think about, it's not all cute.
It's
for
dirty
real.
and brown. It's dirty and brown.
Okay, I will tell you practically what it takes.
Yeah.
It takes turning your whole posture, your whole body, your whole, everything that aches in here, and you turn it towards something worthy of paying attention to and saying, okay, I surrender. It takes setting your phone down.
Yep.
Ooh, she better get practical. She better get real.
It takes
better get
turning off
practical.
your computer, turning off all your notifications.
Yeah.
It means you might miss a Netflix show.
Series.
It might mean that you actually don't text your friend right now.
Yeah.
And you get real quiet, that awkward quiet.
Yeah.
That awkward quiet with the Lord. Because at the end of the day, he is so much more interested in you finding him than you finding a solution. He is the solution, right?
I love it because it's like you're in the valleys and instead of looking for a way out, you're just looking for a way maker.
Yeah.
But when you say like, you're putting your phone down, you're closing your computer, and you're slowing down and you're stopping. I've had a few moments like that in life, like what you're saying, that awkward silence where you're in silence past the point of comfort, and something happens where you get extremely close.
Every morning, before my feet even touch the ground, my heart is racing. Every morning I feel the pressure of the inbox that's full, the expectations, the ways I feel like I've already failed before I even started the day. I failed my children or my husband, or I had a bad attitude yesterday, or God, are you disappointing me? All the things that I know in my head are not true crowd in. And so every single day, and I'm just getting real practical, every day before I even turn on my phone, check the time, put my feet down, I lay real still. I just lay real still and I audibly talk to the Lord every single day.
Mute the other voices.
Does that help a little? I'm telling you, that is my actual
it.
routine.
Check.
When you wake up in the morning and you think, wow, Ruth's really grown and she's not striving anymore, just know that I'm like still in bed doing this.
No, I know you
Dear
are.
Lord.
I know.
Dear
it.
Lord.
I know.
And
it.
I'm talking to
You've
him.
been too honest, girl. I don't think you got it all together at all.
no.
And I love that about you.
Growing in it day by day. I think what's crazy is I've tried to fight striving with more achievement. I've tried to fight striving by being prettier or better or competing with somebody. There's all these ways in which we think we can fight striving, and sometimes we even fight striving by trying to be holy. We're like, oh, if I can just do good
I'm gonna
things,
spit off these little verses
and I'm
real
gonna be
quick.
really holy. I'm gonna read my Bible for a certain number of days.
I'm all salty. I'm like,
Somehow you think, right? I mean, is that really is that really gonna ward off striving?
No.
The one
more
thing-
striving.
With more striving.
Spiritual striving.
Right,
Spiritual
because if you
striving.
think that you're the answer and your work is the answer or your perfecting is the answer, I want you guys to look around and I want you to think about what it feels like when you look as far as you possibly can, and that's pretty far, even on a foggy, rainy day. When you look out, is there anything that can stop the striving cycle, the hustle, the hamster wheel of trying to perform more, than to be in total awe and wonder of who God is? When you know He is great, you stop trying to have to be yourself. Toni, Moriah. You don't have to be the most amazing version of Moriah.
Yeah.
When you look and say, okay, God, you are amazing. Moriah Smallbone doesn't have to be. We don't have to achieve more or be better, or it makes me teary thinking about it because of all the time I've wasted thinking that somehow I could just try a little bit harder. I wonder why I'm so exhausted.
It almost sounds like you're saying, like there's an antidote to striving. There's an antidote to the angst and the anxiety and all the things. Like, is it the pause? Like, is it just coming here? Like, what is it about this?
I think if anything, when I think about what I could tell my younger self, I'd say, my younger self being kind of like you girls do, but I would just say, if I could say anything to my younger self is spend time every day, not just making sure your hair's doing the right thing or you're calling your friend. Spend time every day making sure that your heart and your soul is filled up with awe and wonder for who God really is. Because that's the only antidote to striving.
Woo! That's good.
The truth is, you can live in downtown Detroit, you can be out in the desert. We all have access to a sunrise and a sunset. And so if you need a little reminder every day, step outside and remember that you don't hold it all together.
There it is.
I don't know about you guys, but when I come and see something like this, I feel like I feel. And I know that sounds like a weird statement, but it's actually, it's difficult for me to dig and understand and articulate what I feel and to sense what I feel. Like for my spirit to connect with my body. And I see this and I'm like,
That's a major
deep breath.
exhale,
and
right?
I look and I'm like, oh, all of a sudden I'm in tune. There's an awareness that heightens. Thank you for bringing us here.
Thanks for sharing all the tenderness and the real moments.
We cried some tears.
Some real tears.
So we're really learning this. We're in works in progress. Nobody's going to figure this out right away, but we can sure work on this together day by day.
Hug my sheepskin, you guys.
You don't have to bloom while you're growing. Seasons come and go.
One of my favorite quotes by Ruth was that you don't have to be blooming to be growing.
Yes.
Ooh, she's good. She's just good.
Ruth really challenged me to stop and to slow down. And I really miss that sheepskin jacket.
Okay, all right. There are so many other great things that you can process from that episode. Who's up next?
Remember Lina?
AbuJamra.
Yes. I mean, talk about a woman who has been through some serious hurt and pain. She left the church that she was a part of because she was deeply let down by the leadership. Relatable.
So relatable. So many of us can connect with that. And I was really excited about that episode because she was so honest with us. Hey, listen, I want to thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. We want to encourage you to watch the series with your friends and get the Bible study. It's a great way to engage with deep discussions, to ask questions, to dig into the Bible together and grow a faith that's filled with moxie. Ooh.